Pointed in life. Once, twice, three times, 100, 1,000. I'm probably been disappointed hundreds of thousands of times in this crown era. Have I allowed my heart to get closed because of disappointment? Yes. Have I allowed my heart to change because of disappointment? Yes. Have I used disappointment as a motivation? Yes. And have I used disappointment or had disappointment use me and make me, not make me, have me carry such bitterness or hurt or madness within me? Yes, of course. But do I do that now? I try not to. 100% I try not to. Disappointment will creep in for me in this crown era um, quickly, but also I go ahead and get rid of it quickly, just as quickly. That's one of the, what do you call it, emotions or state of being. I don't, disappointment is an emotion, but it's also a state of being. So the emotion of disappointment, when I get triggered and I realize I wanted something and I couldn't get it, depending on the level of receiving it. And usually when you get it, when I'm saying you don't, when you don't get it, it's because you set your eyes on a prize or you set your eyes on one particular aspect of something. And when that one particular aspect of something doesn't show up exactly the way you want it, then you get disappointed. And so I've learned, and I hope to teach you to let go of the exact moment, time, issue, thing. Let go of, as my mentor, one of my mentors said a while back, she said, let go of the form, the actual form of something, and realize the thing itself is not truly what you're seeking. It's the experience, it's the emotional fulfillment is what you're seeking. And once I understood that and I started to gear my life to wanting the emotional fulfillment versus the form of something, not saying that things are, things are not something that we pursue, but when we let go of the exact form, like it had to look exactly like X, Y, and Z, then that's when we open up um open up the pathways for God to really fulfill us in a way that is different. It's the form itself that becomes a disappointment, because you know why? Nothing's perfect. And so you do think you get something that you truly want, and it's never 100% exactly the way you want it. There's always a small little disappointment in the back of your mind that says, it's not quite there. It's almost perfect or something like that. So disappointment robs you of the experience of happiness. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you. So, disappointment. How to release disappointment really easily. One way to release disappointment is just really allowing yourself to say, that wasn't for me. I'm getting something better. I'm getting something grander. Rewrite that story of disappointment and bring it into a space of acceptance, and that life will continue to change and shift. It's Emotions are funny to me sometimes because you can, in a span of an hour, you can probably feel 100 emotions. You definitely can feel six. I know I've felt multiple emotions just watching a movie. So in an hour, you can be sad, happy, laughing, shocked, scared, fearful, and you've got your nervous system, you're all over the place, but you've learned to self-regulate within a movie quickly, because after the movie, you're back into normally, you're back into your own basic, what we call our baseline emotions. And so that's how we have to look at life as movies. Sometime in a movie you get disappointed of the ending, but you don't be like, oh no, the ending was just not the way it should have been, this and that and that and that. No. So if you don't receive something or you don't have something in life that's a disappointed, when you're disappointed, just know that that's not the ending of that particular story. There's always another chapter, there's always another turn in the page of your life to see things differently and to hold, to own something more tangible emotionally than disappointment. Um, it was something else I wanted to say about disappointment. Let me look at my notes. Oh, disappointment changes the heart space. That was the main message of this live. So disappointment changes the heart. You can become disappointed to life and harden your heart. You can become disappointed with people and it hardens your heart towards them because you have an expectation. Most people expectations are flawed. And I'm going to say it flawed because we look at our expectations and we compare it to something else. However, when we compare our expectations of something we want to experience to something else that someone else has experienced, then we're always going to be disappointed. It's never because we're two separate people, we're two separate entities. We went through two separate lifespans and experiences. And so disappointment really comes in when you are comparing yourself to something else or you comparing a person to something else. Disappointment will always show up. Now, the only time that I feel that disappointment is warranted, so to speak, is when someone says they're going to do something and their actions were disappointing, meaning that they didn't follow through because then they just lied. Then they were untruth, unless it was emergency or something like that. But then it's an untruth, and then you're not disappointed in them. Try not to be disappointed in the person. Be disappointed in their actions, and then that's when you can talk about that and sit down and have a conversation with your friend, a lover, a husband, a child, and you give them the I feel message. I feel disappointed because situations have not, X, Y, and Z, or because this was not done the way you said it was going to be done, X, Y, Z. You try not to use the word you, but just being disappointed about something. I know I've done that. I'm disappointed that the dishes are not washed as much as I would like them to be washed. I know I do that a lot with the kids, especially when I just wash the dishes. I shouldn't even say kids, my grown adults, children. I just wash the dishes and then I could swear, go back downstairs in an hour later, there's like five other dishes in there, which I am not happy. And I get disappointed that no one washed the dishes after themselves. So, do you have this? Do you know the Clippers? Do you know the Clippers? Not sure what you're speaking about, but let me see. Was that it about disappointment? Oh, don't allow disappointment to harden your heart and madden. When I say madden the madden your spirit. When you hold on to the disappointment and it becomes resentment, and you become angry, and you become mad, and now you have an attitude. So now your vibration and that attitude is just spewing out of you, and other people don't know why you're disappointed. Other people don't know what's going on in your life, or just and because you have not verbalized and vocalized your true feelings and why that is. So use disappointment not as a weapon of insecurities for other people. Use disappointment and release it as quickly as possible and point out what is possible for you and what's next for you. Don't disappoint yourself. Just appoint a new value, a new declaration, a new assumption, a new goal, vision, whatever that is. Appoint it to yourself the way you want, and you will never be disappointed about anything or any situation again. All right. So that's my love message for today. I love you guys so much. Hey, everybody, welcome in. I appreciate you. Um, I'm Coach Hunt. I'm a holistic self-love coach. I support women in their crown era. Usually that's around 45 and up, to have the best life ever, to really release the things that they've been taught to do consistently over and over again, by understanding who they are, their self, really knowing thyself, which is the soul evolving life force, and to, just pursue the life that they want to have, like I said, the best life ever, whatever that means to them. I think that is so important in this time frame of our lives, to move and shake and do everything that we want to do. So I thank you guys for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. If you need any clarity, go ahead and put it in the comments after this video. And if you want to start your journey about who you are at a deeper soul level, I have the discovery letter that is in the description box. It is a tool that grows with you year after year after year, so you can discover who you are and why you are within yourself. And also, if you ever felt so, how do I want to say it? So numb, so depleted, empty, I have a love refill, self-love refill, also in the description box. And yeah, so again, I was disappointed today. Don't overeat like I did. Don't eat a bunch of junk. Don't, whatever you do, don't um, try to overcompensate with extra dopamine, like doom scrolling, drinking, smoking, eating, anything that can be an obsessive, because you don't want to put disappointment and dopamine together. No, no, no. Please don't do that. But that's a coaching moment. I'm not going to go through all of that. Just trust me on that, or let's get coached. If you're a person who puts disappointment with a dopamine, then you may want to be coached with me, because I can support you into breaking that behavior. And as a behavior analyst, I can help you do that. All right, I'm gone, because otherwise I'll be talking just to the screen and to you guys for too long. All right, be good. Love you. Have a blessed one. Bye.